Hello and welcome back. My name is Guild Navigator, and I'm continuing my Let's Play series as Morocco into El Andalus. What was I up to? I had to step away for a couple of hours. Ended up going on kind of like an important work lunch, which I think went pretty well. Now I'm back, and I'm trying to reassess where I was in this game. I think things were pretty good. Oh, that's what had happened. I had just missed the window to declare war on Castile without bringing France into the coalition. So now I think what I want to do is I still want to declare war on Castile, because when I declare war on Castile, what that's going to do is that's going to bring, obviously that's going to bring the French in to the war, but it will allow me to separate peace people. So like, for example, I should be able to like full annex Navarra. I'll be able to take a bigger chunk out of Castile. Whereas if we do the coalition war, it's going to be like plus 900%, I believe, war score cost. Whereas a jihad, first off with the jihad, I'm going to be able to invite people in. And I believe this has minus something percent war score cost. Like it's a holy war, so it's like minus build Casas Bella. I can just see what it is here. I believe it's the same as a religious war, so maybe it's plus 20%, but it's still way better than the coalition war. France has been eating the Holy Roman Empire. I love this game. This game is so fucking good. I know that that's like a kind of a cringy thing to say in 2025. You're supposed to hate everything and believe that everyone's fucking you over, but I sincerely love this game. Now, the question as I see it is this. Do I take the time to build forts? Because part of me thinks I just spam forts in my vassals. And if I do that, then they're going to be in a much stronger position. I use like a trackball for my mouse instead of a normal mouse and keyboard. So if you guys see me vibrating like that, it's not because I don't have like a disability or anything. I'm using my thumb, which I guess is, I could have more mobility on, but I don't. Okay, let's build a fort there. Yeah, I'm just gonna like spam forts. I'm gonna take out 2 loans. Yeah, let's just do that. How much can I borrow in principle? Huh, only 21,000. That's actually less than I had thought that I would. In some of my games, it's insanely high. I bet you it's from trade. And I'll pontificate on that theory a little bit more in a second. And it wouldn't surprise me if the AI ends up deleting some of these forts, and that's okay. Look, I really don't care about having like too many forts down in the south. I just really want to like fucking bog Spain, France down in like an endless quagmire of forts. Okay, let's see, how long are these going to take to complete? These are going to take 2 years roughly. They'll give me time to pay off the loan. And continue to consolidate. I could probably build my army up a little bit. Where are they? They're down here. This reminds me, let's check to see if they have done anything to suppress the Andalusian slave revolt. Yeah, I don't care. No. That's down to 202. So I guess they've convinced 9 people to leave. I want some more armories. I've got plenty of money. I'm just going to remove all the restrictions and just grind them out. Okay, let's see. I'm doing 2 annexations right now. Yep, which is about what you can do, because it gives you minus like 50% per additional annexation. And then because the Portuguese and Castilians are like more cultured than me, as the Moroccan, the dirty Moroccan. Is that a slur? I don't think so. I am the Moroccans. I'm using it ironically. But don't cancel me. Don't like strike my channel. Let's see. I've got 2 diplomats, but I think I want to save them. I'm not generating that many diplomats. Yep. And once these fortresses are done, I'll go crazy. So let's see, crossbows. They take less damage. I mean, crossbows take more damage. So they have better initiative. So my understanding is they basically enter combat quicker. Yeah, I'll just build men at arms. It's fine. And I should have enough I still should have enough cannons to be able to crush them. Let's see, what's the, I'm almost done with the pirates there. Okay, look, no pirates have come back, which is great. There's some pirates down here in that coastal region, so that's what I'm gonna have to deal with next. And are there any pirates over here? So these are the same pirates up that entire coastline. Great. And when they're dealt with, like, this is gonna massively fuck. Some pirates are back. God damn it. Yeah, when these are dead, I need to come over here and get rid of these new pirates that have just appeared. I would love to have a new fleet, another fleet. No, you are not getting 41-year-olds. You must have been married to one of your other cousins recently. This guy's been king forever. I mean, he's great because I have all the fiefdoms back. Look, can you guys put some RIP in the chat? Like, just I want to see some RIPs in the comments. If there's anyone watching this who is sincerely following along, please, I want some RIPs Abu Bakr, and we're gonna have the algorithm think that we're praising ISIS. Everyone just type RIP Abu Bakr in the comments. He was a tactical genius. Well, he's a babbling buffoon. And a naive enthusiast. Okay, maybe he wasn't that good. But he had 181 because the fiefdoms went hard. Okay, Abu al-Hassan. You got big shoes to fill. I've also added Ghana to my robust states. Okay, let's see. You got quite a few kids. This is my descendant, my heir, and you have no spouses. It's time for you to marry your cousins. Our ruler's niece. And also another niece. Look, everyone is marrying their family. A 36-year-old, you can do better than that. You can get a lowborn to supplement your collection of spouses. That's perfect. Okay. Yep, and I'm just waiting for these forts to finish up. I think if I actually declare war early, they're going to be even more hesitant to delete them. And having this many forts in this region will just make it like an enormous pain in the ass for Spain. And again, like, my logic is kind of that now I've got this pretty strong army. Oh, Cape Verde was discovered. Okay, cool. I definitely want to launch a colony down there. Nice. I think I was the first one there. And I'm gonna take the other colony from Spain. Like, I'm gonna take this up here. I'm not sure if they've managed to capture. I should build another spy network there. Probably also in France. I really have no idea what the game designers were thinking when they removed the idea groups from this game. Like, it's just a level of stupid. And I was just saying how much I love this game. So hopefully that buys me like some amount of credibility when I complain about things. But like, removing the idea groups was just completely moronic. It's like one of the best features of EU4. Like, I kind of understand where they were coming from with removing the mission trees. I personally like mission trees, but they do kind of like formulaically, railroad your game. And you do end up kind of like falling into either the category of like the click is meaningful or the click is not meaningful. I like the claims, I think, in mission trees. Those are good. And permanent effects are obviously awesome, as always, but they kind of do ruin the game a little bit. I'm just yapping. But the idea groups, like, what prompted this thought is, like, for example, I want to improve the spy network. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, how do I get a better spy network? And there might be some system where, like, I build buildings there or something like that, and that's cool. And if the game made it, like, more salient, like, that's fine. And even though they don't make it salient, that's also fine, like, if it does exist. But as far as I'm aware, I don't think it does exist. you can just get the 37. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't exist, and okay. But in EU4, the gist of what I'm trying to say, at the end of my long rant, is that in EU4 you would just take the espionage idea, right? Like that felt like a very satisfying choice to have to make, especially because there was like a trade-off involved, right? And those are the best kind of choices. So thank you for attending my TED Talk. This is what, you know, they pay me the big bucks for. I was, you know, whenever you start doing an artistic project like this, because again, like I would like to say that I think this is artistic, and again, I would like to invite all of you guys to try yourself to record these videos and to tag me in them. But I was saying, like, whenever you do an artistic project, there's always like a part of you that thinks like, oh man, maybe I could make money from this. Maybe this could be like a way I spend my time more seriously and not just like a hobby. So I you know, I went on ChatGPT and I asked like, what do you get paid for making videos? Because I don't know, I've never monetized a YouTube video. ChatGPT estimated about $2 to $3 per 1,000 views. It depends on like whether you guys use ad block, so please don't use ad block. I kid, you guys can do whatever you want. Or, you know, it's like variables like that, like the demographics, like if you have like an audience in India, you make less money because they're poor and stuff like that. Like American audience, I think, pays the most. Et cetera, et cetera. Like finance stuff makes more, but they said to estimate about $2 to $3 per 1,000 views, which means that my videos would need to get 2,000 views a pop, roughly speaking, to make minimum wage. Which I don't think is gonna happen. I think I actually like have a very clear memory of a Roomba in like 2014, 2013, averaging. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, you know, the pride cometh before the fall. There was 23 days left in these fortresses. I mean, I would have waited for them all to be completed. So there was, I think the longest one here I'm seeing is like 50 something days, 57 days. I was 2 months away. I was, if I had waited for this fortress to finish, 92 days away from declaring war. I'm more than 2 years past the truce. Okay. Well, I can show you guys the tribal cavalry now. That's exciting at least. And I've got these guys. These guys are pretty good. I'll bring them across now because there will be lots of people who are wanting to cross the boats. I can do speed 3. Oh my god. As you guys can tell, I'm not very good at this game. I like to think I have fun. I'm not like, you know, it's pretty funny whenever I watch someone like Legend of Total War play a game. I'm always like, damn. It's a completely different league. Like they play the game in a way that's like categorically different from me. I remember this very distinctly when I, you know, actual Total War is where Legend of Total War was obviously like the strongest. And by the way, I wonder if me having these ships here means that my allies are going to be crossing. Please enable merge because I want you guys to come join me. I really don't want you to all just go suicide yourselves. You should all be loyal to me, so there should be no excuse for you suiciding yourself. I mean, I can take a chunk out of Spain if this war goes well. Like again, it was Spain who declared the war on me instead of France, which is nice. Let's see, what was your population scenario? So you took a little bit of damage in the previous war. We'll do some more. Battle of Trafalgar. Hell yeah. And I didn't even have an admiral. I mean, I lost some ships. But that's actually not as bad. Did I even lose any ships? I may have captured a proportionate number. Is there a way to just like separate off the damaged ones? Anyway, the pirates are gone there, so I need to go over to the other side and deal with it that way. What is my proximity to the capital like? Yeah, I stand by that. I think moving there was in the long term the correct move. Oh, but I actually need them to stay out for the traveling across. Okay, so they weigh 15,000, and I have a cross weight of 4,000, roughly. Yes, you can see tribal cavalry here, right? They have 4 5s. 4 5, so they're the same strength as a plated knight. And I have so many of them. 2 tribal cavalry, 2 tribal cavalry, another tribal cavalry. Like, look, this is you know, 1,500 tribal cavalry. And they're so much bigger than the plated knights. This is 15 plated knights. This is 248 tribal cavalry. Like, I think they're getting recruited at the rate that like peasants are, but in the form of knights. That's fucking insane. That is just insano style. And so I actually, like, I take back everything I said. Like, they don't pay taxes, but I have plenty of money. I have plenty of money. I don't want these people promoting. Please, please, tribesmen, continue to breed, continue to exist. You are my children, my prized possessions. The treasured property of the Moroccan state. Our pride, our joy, our love. Let me sing you 1,000 ballads, dear tribal cavalry. That is kind of busted. I mean, there's a lot about this game that they're just like constantly changing. Like I wouldn't be surprised if I open the game in a month and now tribal cavalry are the weakest thing that's ever existed. This is potentially a gripe. I don't know if it's fair to say a gripe. A grievance. I don't even know if it's something I feel sincerely. It sometimes feels. That's the strongest I can make this claim. Sometimes it feels like I would have preferred if we were still in like the day and age where games weren't constantly changing. Like, I feel like especially games like this, like I feel like as soon as I figure out what's good, it changes. And like I contrast that with, I used to love Victoria 2. It was one of my favorite games of all time. I played hundreds and hundreds of hours of it. And in Victoria 2, like liquor was completely busted. If you guys haven't played the game, like, you essentially don't want to build anything but liquor. And the reason is that because there wasn't really a way to scale out RGO production. Like, RGO production was essentially static. And so when demand would shift for RGOs, like this would have essentially no effect on the level of RGO that was produced. I'm simplifying a little bit. Like, I think that it would increase migration attraction to the location a little bit, but it was a small effect, and like not something that you had control over, at least. And so what you wanted to do is you wanted to have factories that had RGO inputs that were plentiful, because the supply is static, and so if they're plentiful, like, it's just extremely cheap always, right? And then by contrast, if you said something like, no, I still have merge, you guys are just being stupid. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. I'm going to go kill them all. Just wait. Oh, my unit is too large. Okay, so what I was saying is you wanted a factory. Like, you wanted something that had plentiful inputs. And there were some exceptions to this, like late game technology, like cars and stuff you could make an obscene amount of money from, but only if you either controlled the input or you were a great power, or ideally both, because of the way the market worked. You had preferential access based on your prestige ranking. I'm getting too caught in the weeds, but basically you could learn this, right? Like, this was something that they would have patched out in a modern Paradox game. Like, that would have changed. Whereas for the, I don't know, maybe decade that I played Victoria 2 before Victoria 3 released, this was like a consistent feature of the game, and I could just like know that and have a build every game that was predicated on the idea that I knew I was gonna like early industrialize with liquor. That's not true in this game. Like it's constantly in a state of flux. It's constantly changing. The meta is constantly changing. And, you know, I understand the necessity of that in a way, like when Victoria 2 came out, like 2013, 2014. I think it came out in 2011, but, like, you know, back in 2013, like, I didn't go, there wasn't somewhere like Reddit. There weren't people, you know, determining all of, like, the optimal play. Like, being, you know, having something like that liquor, you had to, like, almost, like, figure that out yourself. Like, you, I think I like maybe found some internet post about it, but I'm pretty sure that I like figured it out myself, or at least there are many things in Victoria 2 that this was true for, and that's no longer as true, right? And so you're just constantly forced to kind of rebalance it because people, you know, people optimize too hard. I don't know how to say it other than that. Fucking hate optimizers. I say this as an optimizer myself. Now, this is not a situation to be nepotistically hiring my family members, even if it means that I lose some amount of crown power. Okay, it's saying that that's too big, but I think it's only too big because of the terrain that it's in, and we can reassess if it's still too big. But 16,000 doesn't seem crazy large to me. Okay, it's still saying too large. So this is what I do. I want 3 armies of 10,000. So I'm gonna split this and bring them there, and split this and split the. Yeah, okay, that's 6,000. So that's gonna pair up with them pretty nicely. And now I have a 12 stack. Cool, I got my Hulks. I think I can upgrade some of these ships, right? Okay, now I have this 10k stack. I'm gonna bring it up north. Then I have this 12k stack here who needs a general. I'm also gonna bring him north and start sieging Madrid. And then I have this 9k stack, and I'm gonna bring it north over here as well. And the reason that I'm gonna bring it over in that direction is that I suspect if I'm gonna have to get in conflict with anyone, it's the French. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't explore. I was about to crash out. I was about to be like, why are you telling me about a courtier? I thought I told you not to do that. Look at me. Look at little old me. Crashing out over something silly. I find the history of the Reconquista to be, like, so fascinating. You know, it's kind of like a part of European history that I guess I would say is very underemphasized in American curriculum. Like, I know it happened, and it was obviously important. Like, in many ways, I think you can even categorize the conquest of the New World as like a continuation of the Reconquista. And I'm going to justify that before I continue, which is in the sense that one of the characteristic ways that the Reconquista functioned was very similar to the conquistadors. They would basically allow Christians to go conquer territory in Muslim lands, and then those people would then swear fealty to the King of Spain. And so it was kind of like there was some level of plausible deniability, because if they got captured, you could just be like, yeah, I don't fucking know who they were. But if they won, then you got a place. And so that was very similar to the way that the conquistadors worked in Mesoamerica, right? Like they were like the Incan territory. They went and conquered somewhere, and then were kind of like, hey, sorry, that was my bad. Or like, congratulations, this is now part of Spain, depending on how it went. We just don't hear about the conquistadors that it failed for. I actually don't know if that's true. I don't know if there were failed conquistador expeditions. I just assume. I may have just invented that, spread some fake news. I was yapping about something else, though. Kind of a yappy mood today. Oh, the history of the Reconquista. I know just frankly very little about it. I know when it concluded, like, you know, I know about the capture of Granada, and you know then the expulsion of the conversos, like the Muslims who had converted to Christianity and were doing a good job staying Christian, and the expulsion of the Jews and stuff. But I frankly don't know very much about like the battles. Like I couldn't tell you the names of the generals or the battles or anything like that. That would all be a mystery to me. Let's go crazy. Go crazy, go stupid. Oh, that's my timer. Okay, I will schedule these little exploration missions. And then I think I'm going to call that episode here. I want to keep playing. I want to keep playing kind of badly, but it is kind of late. It's almost 11 p.m. And I'm not sure if I should play any more games. Thursday at 11 p.m. Probably not. Especially because I have recordings of these that I haven't processed. I don't do very much editing, if you guys can't tell. All that I do is I just kind of edit out the beginning when I just like, I don't know, I'm like centering the map, and then I'll edit out the end when I'm like foolishly like alt tabbing. But I need to do that processing on, like, I think I've got like 7 I haven't processed yet because I've just been having so much fun recording this. I hope you guys have been having fun following along. My most recent video is up to 9 views, which is very exciting. I should stop zooming in and out so much. But it's been just like, I've been having like a complete and utter blast playing this. I'm pretty sure I want to play the New Order when I wrap this up. I need to Google if that's going to get my channel demonetized because I really don't want to deal with that. But I think I should be okay. I'm not sure. I need to look into it, but that I think might be really fun. So anyway, I will catch you guys in the next one, and I'll see you later.